This you can rent or buy from YouTube right now. Neither Netflix nor Prime is playing it, so you'll have to hit your computer, go to PrimeWire or something like that, one of those sites that will allow you to watch movies. Blast from the Past. This is done when Brendan Fraser was a very young 31 years old. And since Hollywood hadn't broken him yet, he looked even younger. Seriously. Look at that face. I would not have guessed that face was 31. Christopher Walken plays his father, and Sissy Spacek is his mother. Years before, he's 35 when you meet him. Well, actually, you kind of meet him as he's growing up, but 35 when the story really gets going. Before he was even born, literally, he got born practically the same night that all of this started happening. It's when President Kennedy is talking about Cuba, and a plane flies past where his house is, has issues, and the pilot bails. Plane crashes. Plane crashes literally right on top of their house. Now, Christopher Walken, his father, has spent months, almost years, building this fallout shelter in the backyard. He's got contractors from outside. The father's a genius. A genius who drinks hot Dr. Pepper. Ugh. However, because of the announcement from Kennedy about Cuba, he takes his wife, Sissy Spacek, and she insists on taking the pot roast. They all go down to the fallout shelter. The plane lands on their property, blows out all the Walken sensors, and the locks for the fallout shelter engage, which means they're now trapped downstairs in this fallout shelter for 35 years. Because that's how long it takes before the radiation will be safe enough. Meanwhile, so they're down in this fallout shelter. She has a baby, 3 of them, raising a kid. Above them, there's a mom and pop soda shop first. And essentially it becomes what you see outside today. Christopher Walken, when he went into the ground, had a huge backyard that was all suburbia where he lived. He comes out and he sees bouncing cars and people puking on the street and other ones threatening guns, and a person that tells him, if you want me to be a girl, I'll be a girl. If you want me to be a boy, I'll be a boy. So the father from the 60s believes that the radiation has somehow mutated people so they're hermaphrodites. They can be whichever one they want. And they use lawn furniture to seduce you, to entice you into having a sex with them. Father has a heart attack just after the locks open up. Mother is now an alcoholic. And they decide that they have to send their son up, who has never seen anybody other than them, has no idea. Mother's giving him this great big list. And he has to go find all these supplies. And, he's been thinking about maybe, it'd be nice to have a girlfriend. And the mother says, that would be wonderful, sweetheart. I really hope she's from Pasadena. They're in California. Because somehow, for some reason, girls from Pasadena were just a little bit nicer. The father, on the other hand, says, if you happen to find a healthy female, bring her on down. And the mother and the son, Brendan Fraser, are both like, no, don't want that. He meets Eve. He's named Adam. The mother names him Adam because they think they're literally like the last people around. So she's having a baby. She's got Adam. He meets Eve. Eve's the first girl he's ever really seen other than his mother. And fortunately, while she's a huge flake, and she wants to think that she's tough, she's not. And she falls for him. And you can't really blame her. This is a lot of fun. It is. I don't like the term favorite films. Okay, I don't like the idea of making one thing above another. But if I had to choose of Brendan Fraser's films, I would take this even over The Mummy as my favorite. And that's saying a lot.